Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss about G20 Summit 2023. Okay. So generally in the previous class we discussed about what is G20 and how many countries were member countries of G20 and when it was formed and what are the main objectives and aims. Okay. So in this class we are going to discuss about the present summit of G20 in 2023 that was held in New Delhi, India. Okay. So the main venue of the G20 summit was the Bharat Mandapam at Pragati Maidan. Okay, and the theme of the G20 was one earth, one family, one future. So that is nothing but Vasudhaika Kutumbam. Okay, so generally this important text we adopted from the Sanskrit text, so that is from Maha Upanishad. So this is the Vedic literature. Okay, so these are very important for the historical point of view. So according to the Maha Upanishad, so we take in the term Vasudhaika Kutumbam for this G20 2023 summit. Okay, so here, the Vastaka Kutumbam, the theme of this G20 presidency. So it says about we are all one family. Okay, we are created and we can make ourselves as one family, and we are living in one earth. So that's why we should create ourselves as one family, and we should work together for one future. Okay, so this is the main important theme of this 2023 G20 summit. Okay. So here the presidency of 2023 was given to India. So that's why our main leader of India so should receive each and every person. So the backdrop of Prime Minister Narendra Modi was Sun Temple Wheel, that is Konark. Okay, so it is very important and it was a center of attraction. So by seeing the Konark Temple wheel, okay. So once you see the backside of the leaders, so it was very center of attraction, and it says and it symbolizes the historical importance of India. Okay, so this is very important for India because it was a center of attraction to each and every country because it relates to the historical moment and it relates to the architecture of India. It symbolizes it represents a great idea related to the historical architecture. Okay. Next, coming to the logo, so it represents the three ranga, so it means three colors of Indian flag. So our national flag, and it represents the powerful symbol of the wheel of the democracy, and it indicates progress also. Okay, once you see the logo of 2023 G20 Summit, so here it reflects the India's pro-planet. Okay, and it approach to life also, and it perfect harmony in nature. Okay, so below G20 logo is Bharat. Okay, so that was written in Devanagari script. Okay. Okay, once I see this one, so this is the Pragati Maidan, so Bharat Mandapam. So it was main venue for the G20 summit. So here only all the leaders were together and they discussed about some important topics. So once you see this before the Pragati Maidan, so there was a Nataraja statue. Okay, so almost this is a 27 feet Nataraja statue, and this is the world's tallest representation of the Lord Shiva's dancing form, and it was a lost wax method, I think you know. And we take this important model from Nataraja idols located in the Brihadishwaram temple in Tanjavur. Okay, so we adopted and we taken the model from the Nataraja idols and statues in Brihadishwara temple. We have to say so many, so in especially from Brihadishwara temple in Tanjavur. Okay, so I think these idols which are related to the Chola dynasty during 9th and 12th century CD. Okay. So here the main important topics that they are discussing in this 2023 G20 summit. So that is Russia-Ukraine conflict, and recently some 1 or 2 years ago, so it was conflict happened, and China's interest in the Indo-Pacific and the South China Sea, and it also very jealous. And Russia and China didn't attend this meeting because of this reason only, because we focused on such things. So I already said our theme is Vastaika Kutumbam. So we never create war related situations between the countries. It means we should together and make one family for future, one future. So that's why to uh, uh, to eliminate this type of the situations, so we adopted the theme that is Vasudaika Kutumbam. Okay, so here the Russia and China didn't attend this meeting because of a fear of, because they were make a one corner position in this G20 summit because they done mistakes the world. So that's why they didn't attend this meeting. And the focused issues are, so focused issues are climate change and reshaping of the development of banks. So World Bank, IMF. Okay, just we should reshape those provisions which are related to the developmental banks. And the objectives are to secure global financial stability. So actually, so to secure the financial stability of each and every country only, so this important G20 summit was organized. Okay, so this is also very important objective under the G20 summit. So not only the members of that particular G20, but other countries also we invited. So other invitees are nine. So Asian leaders. So we invited Bangladesh, Mauritius, Oman, Singapore, UAE. European leaders are Spain, Netherlands, and African leaders Egypt and Nigeria. Okay, so we call them also especially for inviting in this 2023 G20 summit. So not only the member countries, but we call new organizational invitees also. So that is International Solar Alliance, and that is ISA, and CDRI, Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure, and ADB, Asian Development Bank also. These three organizations also were invited by India especially to participate in 2023 G20 Summit. And the permanent invitees were Spain, UNO, IMF, Asian. Okay, so African Union also was a permanent invitee, but in this year 2023, African Union also were added in this summit. So that's why this was deleted from the permanent member invitees. Okay. So the significance of G20 was almost G20 member countries were developed countries, and it also has developing countries, even though it can cover 80% of the GDP in the world and 75% of the GDP, international GDP it can cover, and 60% of the global population comes under the G20 countries. Okay. So here one topic is very important, G20 Troika. Okay, so G20 Troika is nothing but link of three member countries. Okay, so for example, this year 2023, the venue of the 2023 summit G20 summit was in India. Okay, last year Indonesia, and next year it will be conducted in the Brazil. Okay, so just to coordinate themselves of three countries, last year, present year, next year. Okay, and regarding their agenda and regarding their coordination of each and every topic, what should be discussed in the meeting. Okay, and what were completed in the last year and what we will discuss in the future also. So this is one type of the coordination of three member countries. Last year venue country, and present year venue country, and next year venue country also. So next year venue country was Brazil. The presidency will be given to the Brazil 2024, and previous year 2022, so that is Indonesia, India at present, and in future 2024 Brazil. So the group of three member countries is known as G20 Troika. Okay. So just to discuss about the agenda and important matters what we are discussing. So related to the important topics only, the G20 Troika was happened. Okay. So next, global challenges and global issues were there. So those are international financial stability and inclusive growth, and mitigation of climate change and sustainable development. So these are very important topics which were discussed in the G20 2023 summit. Okay. And next, challenges to G20. So there was increasing polarization of the world and a changing dynamics in global politics, and impact of rising inflation and increasing the geopolitical rivalries, especially Russia-Ukraine recent war. And there is also a threat from the China also. Just we will see. Okay. Okay. So this is all about the G20 Summit 2023. Okay. Thank you.